Howdy, back at it again. Today's video is going to go over the factors that give a character strong defense versus weak defense. If you like this type of content and if you want to see more of it, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow it in year 2. I'd really appreciate your support. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So, first thing you probably think of when you think of defense is, hey, does the character have an invincible DP, right? What do they have for reversal? And that is really important, right? Because it lets them do stuff like that, where that's an OS. If you don't know that, that is you just do the DP, they can't block it. If they push a button, their button loses, right? You just mash the DP when they drive rush cancel, like their crouch medium kick, and it beats it, right? It just blows it up. That's really important. Another spot where having a DP is really important is on certain knockdowns, right? So if I set Ken here to OD Shuryu on wake up, if he sees me drive rush here, I'm holding back there. I can't block, right? That's more or less a punish. Now, obviously, there's silly stuff I could do, like I could DI. So it's not like, hey, ooh, I'll just DP this every time. Because, like, you know, I mean, Marisa has stuff to call that out, but that's not really the point of this video. But it's really important because there are situations like that where, hey, I see green, I'm going to DP, they can't block it, I get a knockdown for free, right? And especially if you have, like, modern, that's a really big deal. But does that mean that, hey, characters with DPs have defense at one level, characters without DPs have defense at another level, and it's all the same in those levels? Obviously not, right? Walk speed's important, how long is your backdash is important, but something that I want to talk about is how good or how rewarding is your counter hit jab, right? And that's going to come into play when you use a technique called fuzzy buttons or fuzzy jab, which is simply delaying your jab so it would come out during the block stun of another normal. Because if I mash jab here, I get counter hit. Right? See that? If I mash, I get counter hit. But there is an incentive for me to mash on this, because if I don't, I'm going to have to eat stuff like, you know, crouch medium kick after jab or walk up throw after a jab, right? So there is some incentive for me to push a button. And one way I can do that is by pushing it during what would be the block stun, right, of that third jab. Now, for a character like Marisa, sometimes, I'm going to turn off the walk-up throw here. Sometimes, this is okay. You see there, I was fine. And we'll see if I can get it to happen here. But what happens sometimes to her is that this second jab won't reach if the timing and the spacing are not exactly right. Like that. You see how he was a little further away that time? And as a result, my crouch jab missed. So if I get it, yeah, sure. 1320, I get good Oki. It doesn't have a great knockdown, like distance. So I'm still in the corner if my Oki doesn't work out, which obviously is a little unrewarding. But it's also risky because, hey, sometimes it just doesn't connect, right? Now, another character that has quote-unquote weak defense, Minho, you'll see this situation doesn't really bother her at all. Do I repeat replay on? There we go. Because she can pretty much always get that stand light kick to connect. And she can always combo it into her up kicks, into Oki that she can force you to guess on, or she can, you know, just back off and play neutral, right? So for a character like Manon versus Marisa, yeah, okay, they've got the same weaknesses, right? Their level 1s aren't very good. You know, they don't have a real DP. But for Manon, she's a lot more rewarded for this mashing jab here and actually getting a counter hit, right? Take, again, character like Bison. Everybody says, oh, Bison's got such bad defense. And sure, you know, his super is 10 frames. You can maybe jab it, right? You know, you can, like, jab it. Some characters can if they, like, you know, Bison could hit that last active frame. And he'd be safe. He could safe, you know, jab his own super and he'd be fine. But when he successfully guesses with this fuzzy jab, well, not even guesses, right? But when he successfully finds the gap and he gets a fuzzy jab here, he can do stuff like this and get really round changing Oki, right? Now all of a sudden, boom. What was that? You know, can get strong once, right? So having a DP is obviously very good, but there are a lot more factors to consider when you think about, hey, how strong is a character's defense? And we'll see that when Terry comes out, right? We know he has a DP, but what we don't know is, hey, what's his jab like on counter hit? What's his walk speed, feel like? How slow is his backdash? Stuff like that. So when you're considering how strong a character's defense is, right, it's just really important to not just go, oh, they don't have a DP, their defense is bad. Character like Bison, character like Manon, yeah, their defense isn't stellar, but they get rewarded for some of these options, right? If they backdash, they get rewarded for it. If they mash jab, they can get rewarded for it. So hopefully this is helpful. As always, have a good time.